Queen among Kings. Number 8, Midnight Pop Star, white with a black chevron. Mr. James Martin claims 7 for Andrew Martin, on his colours. Number 8, Midnight Pop Star. Number 1, the 2 pieces of short for Please, dark blue by Bruce Green, white cap. Miss Harris Tucker flies 7 for Mark Usher. 13 is Mrs. CJ, red with a white collar box, white sleeves, red armors, blue cap. Standing at and trading 3 for Sarah Barkley. And number 4 is Black Colour Roaster. Black Colour Roaster is going to get the Orange Star, capital workers, trading 5 for Robbie Dickens. And the NA Party is the Racing Club. Mile 7.5 furlongs. Someone is number 7, 15. We also have in the race number 14, Infinity, who is the yellow colours, the black pink, black cap. Lewis Harrison trading 7 for Barry Leroy. That's number 14, Infinity for Barry Leroy. This is finale. She was just behind Philip Speaks on, and it's actually double last time. So the finale is over just shy of 2 miles. The runners are making their way down to this 2-mile start. We have 13 runners going to post. Dylan Seasong, with a really good attitude, really good struggle last time. 9-2, Jedi out from 11-2, easy to back. Blurby Joy at 13-2, Infinity 13-2 and 15-2. Broke away to 17-2 to 10. Paddy Kinetic to 10. Stop Midnight to 10. Bought the Cleve 11 to Midnight Pop Star. Is also 11-1. Hector Mallard 16. Mrs. GJ 22-1. 25-1. Black Colour Roaster. Queen among Kings. Also 18-1. That's the full show. You can see she's on her way to join the other stand for the 2-mile start here. Up on the hurdle course for the finale today. Heavy round. So far, 3:37.
I think this is their finale, the 3:37, a mare's handicap hurdle. Dylan's Sea Song, who's found a form of late for Mark Usher, is 9-2, 11-2 Jedi, and here is David Fitzgerald.
It was a breakthrough win for Dylan Sea Song at Southwell last time up, and one in good style. James Davies keeps the ride again, is renewing rivalry with Infinity, finished second in that race. Barry Levy's runner with Liam Harrison aboard, and Dylan Sea Song just at the top of the betting. As you see the Wincanton SP there, Edith's Elton 11-2 favourite, beating Love the Leader 17-2, and Bindon Lane at 14-1 at Wincanton. You've got the runner-up in this race last year, Broke Away. She's back again. Ben Jones will be on board that one. And there's also a handicap debut for Jedi, who used to be quite talented on the flat for a different yard, 2018 and 2019. Has had the 3 runs over hurdles, beaten similar distances, starts handicapping life off a mark of 98. Must mention Mark Usher's Born to Please as well. He's got Dylan Seasong as well as Born to Please. Won a race on the flat at Nottingham for Harriet Tucker at the end of October, I think it was, and then soon after that finished 5th in a stronger race there. And I'd imagine, well, it looks like she's going to be held up towards the back of the field. Expect Scotsbrook Knight to be making the running. He is free going. It'll be a surprise if anything's heading him in the early stages here as they come out onto the course. And Telekinetic, she ran quite well just before fading on the flat at Hereford last month. That was her handicap debut. She only just lost out in the battle for 3rd there. John Joe O'Neill Jr. rides for Tony Carroll. That wasn't a bad start to life in handicaps for her. And Dr. Richard Newland's runner in here, Fleur de Soy, she's taking a drop-in trip, and Sam Twiston-Davies rides her for the first time. With our thanks, let's get up to Tim Peters for the last.
Thanks, David. Yeah, being called in for the last 10. Nice walk in here. It's going to be, again, stamina testing 2 miles. So coming in. They're off. For the finale here, the Racing TV Profits return to Racing Mares Handicap Hurdle. So they're off over 2 miles. Scotsbrook Knight is certainly one of the early pace setters. Farside Jedi keen to get over that first flight of hurdles as they get over the first safely. Dylan Seasong is out the back early on, along with Born to Please, as they race up towards flight number 2. So Scotsbrook Knight in the black and green colours, with Queen Among Kings. Far side is Jedi, but jostling for position. Telekinetic was bustling along there alongside Black Colour Rosa towards the near side. Just tucked in behind is Midnight Pop Star, the white and black colours, followed by last year's runner-up Broke Away with those yellow sleeves. Infinity, yellow with a black cap, comes next. Then Dylan Seasong down the near side, renewing acquaintances with Infinity today. In between is Fleur du Soy in the blue and black check jacket, who's about 2/3 down the field at the moment. Then comes Kenford Mallard in the orange cap. Back marker is Born to Please with Mrs. GJ up on the rail. So heading around the bend and making their way down the back straight. Jedi is quite free going early on, just about in front now from Scotsbrook Knight in 2nd place. Then comes Queen Among Kings in 3rd. Then Midnight Pop Star, who took it in 4th position, running a little bit wider on the course at this stage. Tucked in behind is Broke Away, who's in the yellow sleeves. Just tucked in behind Midnight Pop Star. Out wide is Telekinetic, who's posted alongside Black Colour Rosa with the orange armlets on the sleeves. Dylan Seasong is out wider in about mid-pack at the moment. Kenford Mallard alongside Fleur du Soy as they race down towards the middle flight down the far side, where Telekinetic has got all kinds of steering problems out towards that far rail. So now it's Queen Among Kings who's gone on. From in 2nd place is Scotsbrook Knight, who's in the green sleeves in 2nd position. Tucked in behind is Jedi, still tanking away towards the inside. And I'm afraid jockey's lost his irons on Telekinetic, John Joe O'Neill Jr. It's a very uncomfortable sit. In behind that, we have just in behind runners at this stage running a little bit wider, Black Colour Rosa with Kenford Mallard up by the rail. But then in behind in the yellow sleeves is Broke Away, who's alongside Midnight Pop Star, as John Joe O'Neill Jr. is desperately trying to pull Telekinetic up towards and now avoiding the next flight of hurdles. So Telekinetic out of the race as they clear the next flight. So still leading is, at this stage, Queen Among Kings, who's opened up by about 3 or 4 lengths. So in 2nd place, we've got Jedi. Scotsbrook Knight losing its position with Broke Away, who's creeping that little bit closer. Dylan Seasong starts to take closer order. Fleur du Soy starts to improve as well. Then up on the rail is Midnight Pop Star, who follows these. Kenford Mallard is out wide of runners. And then in behind is Mrs. GJ with on the rail Born to Please, also just trying to get into contention. So making their way into the straight with 3 flights left to jump, still well over half a mile left to go. Jedi is back alongside Queen Among Kings. Coming into it now is Broke Away. Dylan Seasong is improving towards the near side. Fleur du Soy still travels quite well. In behind, Born to Please, Kenford Mallard, Midnight Pop Star follow as they jump 3 from the finish. From the outsider, Queen Among Kings in front still, but going well is Broke Away down this near side. Fleur du Soy, Midnight Pop Star, Dylan Seasong ridden along. Jedi is over on the far side. Born to Please in behind with Kenford Mallard. Such a long run towards 2 out then. Queen Among Kings with alongside Broke Away. Still Jedi
inside towards the far side. Dylan Seesong trying to respond for pressure. Fleur du Soy is just quietly getting into contention. Born to Please, Midnight Pop Star, Kenford Mallard come next. It's still Queen Among Kings in front though, racing towards 2 from the finish. Queen Among Kings then coming towards it and jumps it about a length clear. Fleur du Soy now under pressure. Born to Please tries to run on. Under strong pressure, broke away. Dylan Seesong, Kenford Mallard is trying to get into it as well. Heading towards the final flight. Plenty of chances here. And it's Queen Among Kings, Born to Please, far side. Dylan Seesong near side coming into it as they jump the final flight. Then Fleur du Soy. Dylan Seesong has now hit the front. Infinity making some late headway down the stand side as well. It's in front. Dylan Seesong, Infinity, Born to Please trying to get on terms as well. Dylan Seesong is all out. Here comes Infinity cutting back the deficit. She's going to get a revenge. Infinity has got it right on the line to deny Dylan Seesong. Then came Born to Please in third place. They finished clear of Queen Among Kings and Fleur du Soy.
Well, what a thrilling conclusion to our closing Mares Handicap hurdle. All sorts of chances coming to the second last. I wasn't sure that Infinity was one of them, but she finished with a wet sail up the rail under Liam Harrison, who had an unfortunate fall earlier on in the day, and good to see him back and getting the victory from Dylan Seesong, who beat her last time up at Southall, as Tim referred to in the call. At this stage, I mean, it wasn't a particularly good jump at the last, and you're probably thinking, well, that's torn it, but she's kept pounding on past Fleur du Soy, the long-time leader Queen Among Kings. At one point, you're thinking it could be a 1-2 for Mark Usher. In the end, it has to be a 2-3, with Dylan Seesong just giving best late on to Infinity. I think if she'd have come to her much earlier, she might have rallied a bit, Dylan Seesong, but got there in the nick of time. Born to Please has run a very solid race. She goes very well for Harriet Tucker. That was a terrific run from her in third place. It's a little bit better from Fleur du Soy on this drop-in trip, but she perhaps didn't quite find as much as it looked might be the case. But there have been a few that could well have fancied their chances in the straight, and just when you think Dylan Seesong has got to the front and is just going to polish things off for a second victory, her old rival Infinity. And it's quite